two distinct kinds of compounds, and hence two distinct kinds of formulas. Molecular, which are held together, I see your gum spit it out, with covalent bonds. Ionic, which are, of course, held together with ionic bonds. So we talked about this a little bit in the last chapter, and you all did pretty well when asked why don't we talk about a molecule of salt. It's because there are no molecules of salt to talk about. So in a molecular formula, it's very nice. We're talking about an actual type of atoms and number of atoms. It's clear, it's well defined, fantastic. In an ionic formula, we're just talking about a ratio of positive to negative ions. So how do we determine that ratio? So in sodium chloride, what's the ratio? 1 to 1. For every 1 sodium, there is 1 chloride. Okay, well, that seems straightforward enough. How do we determine that? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, mono. The prefix mono refers to what number of things? Hold up, fingers. 1. Monoatomic ions are ions that are made of how many atoms? 1. This is groundbreaking, revolutionary stuff, I realize. If you would all be so kind as to get out the best source of information about elements that you've got, your old friend, the periodic table. By the end of this chapter, you will be so good at this that we could call you on your phone at 2 in the morning and ask you what kind of ion fluorine's going to make, and you would answer before you even said, "Why did you call me?"
Wait, you aren't going to shake us awake anymore?
Yeah,
Well, you know what? Everyone's got a cell phone now, so I don't have to shake
She
you.
doesn't have to come around the
yeah, but
water.
sometimes I sleep through it.
No, I think I'd be pretty more mad about the
Shaking
waking me up
awake?
at 2 minutes.
Okay, fine. I'll still shake you awake in the morning. Okay.
Dan calls?
I could.
You
I
do
could
that.
shake you awake while calling you.
And then you
Because we all have cell phones
ignore
now.
it, and then
Okay.
Surprise.
So, if you would be so kind as to look at calcium. Find calcium. Now, jot down for me on your paper someplace, what kind of ion is calcium going to form? You know this? Good. You know it now. You're going to know it even better by the end of this chapter. By the end of next week, this is going to be second nature to you. It will.
That's transferring.
Okay, so, Mr. Balsbaugh, what kind of ion is calcium going to form? It's going to form a cation, so it's going to be positive. What's the charge on that cation going to be?
Plus 2.
+2. Right, because calcium's in group 2, group 1 and 2, give up electrons. However many electrons you give up, that's the charge you got. Okay, fantastic. Nitrogen. Nitrogen, N. Nitrogen. Got it? Okay, jot down what kind of ion nitrogen's going to form. Okay. We'll pause for a second.